Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back, my ghouls and goblins, to another fun little game recording with yours truly, Dedlok. And as I did mention in my last upload, we are playing Diablo 3 today. We are going to go ahead and run a few rifts. And for those of you who don't know anything about Diablo, pretty much it is a hack and slash. And a rift is just like a little challenge dungeon. So we are going to go in here and we are going to see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. And if you have any questions, of course, as usual, leave them in the comments and I will try to get back to them as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, that is the only way I have to answer your questions. That is until I can actually start streaming. But the good news is my internet package that I've got has been upgraded, so I will be going out and getting myself a brand new modem tomorrow. And hopefully, with that upgrade, I will be able to, I'll actually hopefully be able to stream with that. Ouch. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Some of you are probably wondering what the objective is. Well, pretty much it's to not die and kill everything else. Oh, I hate those little things. Alright. This little... Right here, this little skull, whatever. Every time you kill an elite, a boss, what have you, they drop those. And notice when I pick those up here, it fills up that bar. And once that gets to 100%, then the Rift Guardian shows up. He's like the mega boss of the level. God, where's some damn wasp killer when you need it? I'm telling you. But yeah, as I said, leave me any comments about it. Let me know if you play. Let me know what your favorite character is. Whatever. Or just, leave a comment and say, hey. Like, subscribe. It's up to you. I'm still getting used to all of this. Still trying to learn OBS, which, hell, that's going to be a challenge in itself, because I'm definitely not the brightest crayon in the box when it comes to that. So, I'm kind of a dull gray when it comes to that. And those of you that have gamed with me are probably going, yeah, you're right, you are. Yeah. See, this is what I don't really understand about this game. If I'm playing a wizard, why are they giving me a two-handed axe? Don't know. Yay, wand. Now I'm going to try my hardest and my damnedest. Damn wasps, I hate you. Go away. No, stop it. Go away. Go away. I don't like you. Go away. Anyway, I'm going to be trying my hardest and my damnedest to try to not record the same game over and over and over. Ah, son of a bitch. I want to try to do just a wide variety of games, because watching somebody stream or watching someone play the same game over and over, it can get a little, well, can't really think of the word I'm looking for right now, but you guys know what I mean. Redundant. Like, oh, okay, well, they're going to go do this now. Now they're going to do this. Now they're going to do this. You know, and hey, if any of you guys or gals play Diablo 3, y'all are liking what you see, y'all want to run a few riffs, just whatever, if you're up to it, you can leave me your Blizzard ID in the comments and I can add you. And I'm also going to have to learn how to put links on my videos, because I do have a Discord. And it is actually connected to another Discord, which my friends run. And that would be Shankara and Jareth. Who are the owners of the Divine Labyrinth. I run Dragon's Divine Smite. So yeah, once I can learn how to get those put in there, I'll have a link to that. So if you guys want to join, you know, chat or whatever, you know, hey, we can do that too. Ah, crap. Really? Really? Oh, get away from me. Get away, get away, get away, get away. Whew. Man, that was close. Ah, almost got turned into a pancake on that one. Now, a lot of the people that have already commented on my earlier videos are already in my Discord. So, yeah, you could even possibly have a chance of, you know, chatting with one of those guys. Little community is, it's a great little community. We got a lot of good gamers in it. Me, however, not so much. But I do try my best. I hope you guys are at least getting some kind of enjoyment out of this. Up, see, there we go, Rift Guardian, and I've still got minions to kill off too. And now he's dead. Whew. Oh, what? You gonna hit me? I'm trying to pick shit up, leave me alone. I'm trying to pick my stuff up, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Go away. Go away. You cannot have my cookies, go away. Go away, people. I don't like you. You're mean. Go away. You shoot me with bows and arrows. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. I could have swore my character just said she's broken. It wouldn't surprise me. Oh, I almost forgot. Yeah, if you guys have probably already figured out what kind of character I'm playing right now, but this is my wizard build. This is my wizard. Not too good on solo runs, but as far as a support tune, yeah, because see, that's the second time she's died. Well, second time she's almost died. Now, there are some good solo builds. Out there for the wizards. I just like this one because this is a good support build. Because a lot of the people that I used to play Diablo with would run the damage or the tank builds. I don't know, I guess you could probably call this one more of a damage build. But it's a damage build that tries to keep you away from everything. So I can like stand back behind everybody else and just kind of, you know, shoot over them. But then of course I do have some builds that are, you know, up in your face. Okay, now, if you guys are wondering, this little thing right here that I just picked up, that is a pylon. It was a power pylon. And what that does is it increases your damage temporarily. Like, she really needs an increase in her damage, but still. There are several different ones. There are pylons and shrines. Now, pylons are the best. But the shrines can be pretty good too. Especially if you just need that little boost right at that one moment. You know, they can give you that boost to, you know, help keep you alive, help you take out the Guardian. Oh, well, that was all for naught. And I hope I've got the audio fixed on this so you guys can actually hear me a lot clearer. And just to be on the safe side, I'm actually going to move my mic a little closer to my mouth. Come on, open up. This one, you know, calls for a little more concentration. So, you know, again, I say I am sorry for not talking as much, but, you know, I am still trying to learn how to do all of this stuff in game at the same time and not die a horrible, gruesome death. Standing in poison is, you know, one thing I shouldn't do, but I do it anyway. Aha! There we go. Now this little thing here, this pool of reflection. Okay, what that does is that just gives you a experience gain. So not only do I get the regular experience, but that also gives me an additional 25% gain. And the good thing with that is it stacks. And it lasts for, you know, X amount of time. And if you keep getting them, you know, that time just keeps increasing and increasing and increasing. The only bad thing is if you happen to die, then I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you lose that, and then you have to go back and, you know, find more of them. But you can usually find quite a few of them in the rifts, greater rifts. Now, what I'm doing now is just a regular rift, and the difference between this one and the greater rift, it's pretty much exactly the same, except the greater rift is timed. So you have to do it within a certain time period, or you basically fail that rift. And to answer another question, I'm sure you guys are probably wondering, difficulties. Well, see, here's the good thing about that. The difficulties, 13 basic difficulty levels. Once I finish this, oh yes, these are just the goblins I wanted to see right here, these blue ones. Because whenever you kill them, they break into smaller goblins. And what is so awesome about that is the fact that the little deal that's going on now, that Blizzard has got going on, it is what is it? The Season of Greed. So basically what that is instead of one goblin, you will always find two. And see, this is another pylon. It's a speed pylon. So, as you can tell, she's not really moving that fast at all. But, hit the speed pylon, and she does have a tendency to move a lot quicker. And that only lasts for a certain amount of time. And you guys are probably wondering why I'm just passing up all of this other stuff. Basically, I don't need it. And it's basically wasteful for me. Now, back to what I was saying about the rifts. You have the regular rifts and the greater rifts. The only difference, the greater rifts are timed. And at the end of the greater rift, you will have the opportunity to upgrade legendary gems that you get. And depending on what gem it is, depends on the bonuses that you get. So now let's see what all we picked up. Quite a bit of stuff. Now, all of this stuff, all of the items, the gear, however you want to call it, that is in like the orange with the question marks on it, that is going to be legendary gear. So what you would do is one of two ways to do this. One, you can just right click and identify them one at a time. Or when you get back to town, you can just right click, or excuse me, left click on the Book of Cain and you can identify all of them at once. So let's see, Creed's Flame, nope, nope, no, nope, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, don't need, ooh, wait, nah. Ooh, hold on. Okay. See, this is good. This is good. Because if you'll notice, one is a legendary, one is an ancient legendary. But there's a difference in armor. That's not a problem. I can deal with that. I can definitely deal with that. But what I need to do is I need to go and change on the ancient legendaries the regenerates to fire skill damage. So what we do with that is we come right over here to the artesian Miriam. We click on our little enchant. Make sure that's up there on that one. Click, drag, put them in here. Now, the regenerates life per second. That's what I want to replace. And, okay, we can get fire skills from it. Good. So, click, left click, and then left click. These are the ones that I can replace it with. So, I'm going to keep that as the same for right now. And I'm going to try this again. Oh, there we go. Fire skills deal 17% more damage. She is a fire based, so that is good. Okay, it is the same. Not a problem. But I want to try and go for the 20%, which is the max. And the only problem is once you change one stat, that is the only stat that you're allowed to change on that item again. So when you do change a stat, make sure it's the one that you want to change, or you're just going to be SOL and hunting for that piece of gear again. Let's see how long it takes me to get what I want. Fire skills 15, 17, life on hit. Nope, we're going with fire skills. Why? Because I like fire skills. Oh, come on. Quit being stingy. Yep. And if you'll see right here, it says replace property, 353,000 gold. Well, every time you replace a property, the more times you replace that property, the more expensive it's going to get. But of course, as you can see right below it, I'm sitting pretty at about 19 billion gold. So 353,000 is nothing to me. Oh, for Pete's sake, come on. I've actually done this to where I was up in the millions trying to get the skill that I wanted, or the percent that I wanted. See, critical hit chance increased. See, that would be good too, but no. No, I'm sticking with my fire skills. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I've got a really cruddy chair. I mean, it's okay, but the seat cushions just about completely worn down. It squeaks. The wheels have just about completely come off the bottom of it. There we go. Fire skills deal 20% more damage. Select that one, and I'm done with that, so I can close that out. Go back into my inventory. Okay, so that's going to increase my toughness, and it's going to increase my damage by 1%. So let's just see how much of a difference this is going to make. Normally my damage is 1,162,000, and my toughness is 30.8 million. So if I replace them, 1.17 and then 31 toughness. So not all that big of a difference, but I'm going to take it. Only because it is an ancient legendary. And I need to have those equipped for what I'm wanting to do. Which is probably going to be a whole completely different recording. But I don't know. I may touch on it. I may touch on it a little bit. I don't know. But yes, it does have something to do with these gems. And as you can tell, there are 5 different types of gems. We have the emerald, which basically gives dexterity. The red, the ruby gems give strength. The amethyst, they give vitality. The topaz, okay, that gives the intelligence. And because I'm playing a mage, that's what I want to focus on. Because that is her main base skill, is her intelligence. And then, of course, the diamonds, those just give resistances. And there are different items, like my weapon, for instance. Yes, it does have a green gem in it, but looking at it, if you put that green gem into a weapon, you gain critical hit damage. Whereas, like the diamonds that I have set in my pants, when they're set in anything other than a weapon, a helm, or other. Other would be like your armor. You get, you know, resistance to all elements, which actually helps to keep you alive. And then I also have one set in the helm that she's wearing. And setting a diamond in the helm reduces the cooldown of all skills by 12.5%. So basically, what that means is every skill has got a timer on it, and the quicker that timer runs out, the sooner you'll be able to use that ability, which means she can use her abilities more often. And I like it. And I was mentioning legendary gems. So, yes, I guess I am touching on it. These are just a wide selection of the different ones. Now, depending on the build that you're using, kind of depends on what gems that you want to use. Right now in her necklace, I'm using Bane of the Powerful. That gives me a 20% increased damage after killing a pack of elites. Those would be the monsters that are all yellow or blue or purplish. And then another ability is I gain a 15% increased damage versus elites and take 15% reduced damage from elites. So that comes in handy. The gem that I have in one of her rings is Bane of the Trapped. That increases my damage against enemies under the effects of control impairing effects. And gain an aura that reduces the movement speed of enemies within 15 yards. I may change that out. And if I do change that out, I'm not really sure which one I want to go for, but I may. Pardon me. Let's see. That's 49. Okay, so I may replace that with the Bane of the Stricken. And what that does is each attack I make against an enemy increases the damage it takes from my attacks by, X amount of percent. And then I gain 25% increased damage against bosses and Rift Guardians. Bosses would be considered like elites, so that's actually not a bad idea. And then my other ring, I pronounce this one Dedlok. I don't know if that's actually how you pronounce it, but what that does is I gain, X amount of percent increased damage for 1.5 seconds when I spend a resource on a channeled skill, and that stacks up to 10 times. And then I gain 2% increased armor for every stack. So basically, that's just going to increase my attack rate, and it's also going to increase my defenses. So, yeah. That is pretty much my character in a nutshell. There's pretty much a lot to go over in this game. Oh, no, that's just... Wait. Nope. Thought that one may be better than the one I was using. It's not. It sucks. Nerd. Nerd. Alright. Yeah, items not allowed here. Shut up. Alright, let me go over here and make sure all my stuff is repaired. Because now what we're going to do is I am going to let you guys see the land of unicorns and rainbows. Yes, I am going to go beat up on unicorns and teddy bears. And I don't want to hear this, oh, unicorns and teddy bears are so cute and innocent. Bullcrap. They may look all cute and innocent, but they will eat your face if you let them. Go over here. La 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 la. Talk to the Cow King. And here we go. Yay. See? Look at it. Trying to eat my face. Dad blasted man-eating flowers to go with them. Ooh, cupcake. Oh, I'm gonna eat so many cupcakes in here, I'm gonna get diabetes. All these flowers in here, it's like Little Shop of Horrors, I swear. I'm just waiting to start hearing that song, Feed Me Seymour. Like, no thank you. No, yeah, go away. Yeah, you heard the lady, go away. Go away, we don't like you. Go away, you're mean. All of you can die. Die to die, die, die. I split him in half. Spare ribs. Yeah, and I especially don't like the unicorns because they got that big little horn thing on their head, and I'm afraid they're going to try to stick it in my butt. Not going to happen. No. No, we do not like that. We do not like that. We will never like that. And we are not even going to try it once to see if we like that. Nope. Go away. Go away. Keep your horn to yourself. Keep your horn to yourself. No, 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 bad. Ooh, a pot of gold. See, one of the good things about this is if you go ahead and hit tab, you can actually see the areas of the map that you've already been to. That way you're not doubling back through the same area. Mushroom tip. Ooh. Yeah, now, let's see. Go ahead and hit tab. Let me move out of the way here a little bit. I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but right here, that little golden star, well, that means that that is a legendary drop. The one thing I like about Diablo is that whatever drops for you, regardless if you're in a full party with complete strangers, if a legendary drops on the map, you're the only one that can see it, because that is your legendary. Now, that doesn't mean that there's not 3 or 4 other legendaries on the map that have dropped, but since they're not yours, you won't see them. Only you can see the items that are dropped for you, and nobody else can see them. Same goes for the other people. You can't see what drops for them. Which really keeps the ninja looters at bay. Which they're all pretty much non-existent now, I believe. I'm sure some of you are probably wondering or thinking, well, how long have I been playing Diablo? Well, I played the very first Diablo, I've played Diablo 2, and I've also played Diablo 3, so pretty much from the get-go. I mean, I think I've still got my original Diablo disc around here somewhere. As a matter of fact, let me take a quick look. Nope. Not in there. Morrowind. Yes, I did play Guild Wars at one time. Yes, I know. Played Guild Wars. I played Evercrack. Anyway, it's floating around here somewhere. I just haven't quite remembered where I put it yet. But anyway, cheers. Here's to you. All right, let's see. Where have I not been? Okay. And now the movement in the game is really easy. It's just, left mouse, point, click. And if you hold down the left mouse, you can pretty much get a continuous movement. But yeah, if you'll notice here, it's my teleportability is set to my left mouse button, but when I hit it, I don't teleport. Well, let's see, move over here, mouse over here. If I hit shift and then the left mouse button, it activates it. Kill all the fuzzy teddy bears. Oh, and this little guy right here, that is just one of my pets. Something that the Blizzard team, came up with and put in the game, and I'm actually quite happy that they did, because that actually saves you some time. Because what they do is any gold that drops on the ground, they will actually run and pick it up. So it doesn't matter if, it's, right under the backside of a boss. If they see it, they'll go pick it up. And there are different pets. I myself have, I believe 20 plus pets, so I can change if I want. And no, your pets cannot die. So you don't have to worry about, oh, well, it took me a month to find this pet, and, this boss came along and, it killed my pet. Now I gotta go track this pet down again. No. That's not how it works. Basically, your pets are immortal. Nothing can kill a pet. See, now if I'd have been standing in that explosion like my little pet was, I probably would have taken a good majority of damage. It probably would have killed me, honestly. And if it didn't kill me, it would have been damn close. Let's see, let's check my CPU and stuff. Alright, the video quad. Oh. Alright, that is not bad. Yeah, well, just, right over here on my secondary screen, I've got my task manager up, so I'm kind of keeping tabs on, like, my GPU and my CPU usage. GPU's bouncing between, 99 and 100%, which, you know, I don't blame it for this game. But my CPU, my CPU is good. That's bouncing in between, I'd say, about 30 and 35% usage. So it's not bad. Go away, you cannot pollinate me, you stupid flower, go away. Go away. I don't like you, you're mean to me, go away. Shoo, go away. I blew you up. I blew you up. I drop big flaming balls on your head and make you go boom. Wait a minute. That just did not sound right. Big flaming balls, yeah. God, the things that come out of my mouth, I swear to God. Alright, check the map one more time. Alright, that right there is pretty much the basic design for Whimsyshire or Whimsydale. Same place, two different names. And the reason that is Whimsyshire, you have to use the Staff of Herding to get to. But the only way to get the Staff of Herding is if you go and you collect the items and the material you need. It is all pretty easy to collect except for one piece. That one is a little difficult to get to because you have to go and you have to farm this one certain spot for this boss. But other than that, it's pretty cool. Now, using the Staff of Herding will get you to Whimsyshire. But if you happen to come across a rainbow goblin, which is basically going to be a brightly colored goblin with like a brightly colored bag on his back. If you come across one of those and you kill it, then it will actually open up a little, like a little rainbow-colored dimensional gate that will actually bring you here without having to use the staff.
I am returning to town.
So yeah, there's always that. So yeah, like this little portal here that you see, it'll look like that, except it'll be have like the colors of the rainbow. Eh. Alright. See, the only problem is once you opened that portal to Whimsyshire, you actually have to go out and then restart the game to be able to go do it again. That's the only drawback to it. Alright, where are you at? Kadalai. Okay, now Kadalai.
Don't be shy.
Down here in the bottom right hand corner, here you see it says blood shards. Well, that's the rate of currency for Kadala. That's all she will accept.
See you soon. What a steal.
Okay, so she gave me 3 rare rings. But let's see if we can't change those into something else. And that's where Kanaya's Cube comes into play. That one is pretty easy to find. Pretty much you just run through the ruins of Secheron, which is the barbarian like homeland, I guess you would call it. And you'll find it in there. And then once you get it, you've got it on every character. Alright, I can do 2 of these rings, so
Worst idea. Not quite.
damn it. That is not what I wanted.
Small goals. I won't judge.
Alright. Okay, boys and girls, it's time for another explanation. Wow. I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. My ghouls and goblins, I am kidding. Okay, we have the green items, which are your set pieces. And certain set pieces have certain amounts of items. Right now, I am just about running an entire set of the Firebird set. And as you can see, depending on how many pieces of the set you have, depends on the extra bonuses that you get from the set. And then, of course, you have set rings. Sometimes you'll have like 2 rings that go together, or you'll have a necklace and a ring. Depending on your build, depends on what you're going to want. Again, as usual. So, it may sound a little difficult, but it's not as bad as it sounds, guys. So don't let that scare you from getting the game. It is actually a really fun game, especially if you know get a bunch of your friends in, y'all get together, and y'all push yourselves. Y'all go in, do this rift or whatever, and all right, it's like y'all barely finished that rift. All right, well let's go a couple of levels higher. Let's push ourselves. Let's see if we can do better. And another difference between rifts and greater rifts, which right here you see it just says Nephilim and greater. Well, of course, the Nephilim is your going to be your regular rift. And of course, the greater rift is the greater rift. Now, if we click on this, you see it says empowered rift. What that means is if you click that, it's going to cost you a lot of gold. But if you manage to survive the rift without dying, then when you go to upgrade your gym, I believe it's going to give you an extra 2 chances to upgrade. But the drawback is the only monster that you get any kind of loot from is going to be the Rift Guardian. None of the other monsters drop any loot. That's why I like doing the Nephilim rifts, because everything drops something. And yeah, of course, the greater rifts you're going to get, better loot. But with the Nephilim rift, you have more chances to get loot. So I think that weighs out a little better in the long run. Well, let's see. All right, I am going on about almost right at an hour for this. So I actually, you know what I'm going to do, guys? We're going to go to the map here, and I'm going to go see if I can find a couple of goblins real quick, just so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. So I've already been into the Weeping Hollow, so let's go. Let's go to the Northern Highlands. Quick, make sure my magic weapon is on and my armor is set. Now, I'm not going to lie, there are certain areas that are more likely to spawn a goblin. So, if I just feel like, farming or hunting goblins, I will only go to those certain areas. And once I've been through all of them, I'll go out, I'll reset the game, reset the maps, and then go back in and keep doing it. That's another thing I like about this is, you can reset the stuff. And it's all good. Yeah, event complete. I know, I'm good like that.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, well, because my internet speeds are so slow, it takes a pretty good little while just to upload an hour-long video. My last one, I believe it took almost 2.5 hours. So, hopefully tomorrow, when I go out and get some of this new gear, and when I say new gear, meaning, my new modem from my internet provider, hopefully my upload speeds will be a lot better. And also my download speeds. Now, you see this little monster here with the that looks like he's just covered in yellow? Okay, that is an elite. That is what's called an elite.
Need more time.
Just to kind of explain, so if you remember back when I was talking about the legendary gems and what they did. And an elite pack is going to have one of those elites in it, and then everything else that's in his pack will have like a yellow circle around the bottom of them. Again, I'm trying to be just as informative as I can. So if there's something that I've failed to touch on that y'all want to know about, you know, give me a shout out down in down in the comments, and whenever I can figure out how to get my Discord link put in there, I will. That way, if you guys want to go ahead and join the Discord, you know, you guys are more than welcome to. And I do want to give a quick little shout out to, you know, all those friends of mine that did, you know, go ahead and take a look at my first couple of videos and give me their feedback on it. Hey, I appreciate that, guys. That was, you know, really nice of y'all to do that. I appreciate it. And of course, for those of you that took a look at my videos that I don't know, hey, I appreciate you too. I mean, every little bit of appreciation that I can get from you guys, hey, bring it. Bring it. Now, earlier on in the video, you heard me talking about pylons and shrines. Well, this here is a shrine, and the only difference is instead of it being all that little topaz color, it's just the tip. And frenzy, I can't speak tonight. My God, where are my words going? The frenzied shrine is attack speed. So, yeah, she's going to attack just a little quicker than normal. And, of course, that also helps with, you know, getting out the damage as well. And depending on what type of a character you're playing, you know, it depends on pretty much which kind of shrine or pylon is going to be best for you. And it also depends on what kind of a build you're running. Oh, yep, it's over an hour. This is going to take a while to upload, so I'm going to try to get through this area as quickly as I can. And then I'm going to call it, guys. But of course, before I do that, I will go ahead and let you guys, you know, have a peek at some of my other characters that I've got. Alright, well, sorry guys, there were no goblins on that one. Well, you know, maybe later on, you know, sometime tomorrow during my tomorrow's recording or whatever, we'll be able to, find you a goblin to take a look at. So, we're going to go ahead and hit leave game. This way you can kind of get a better look my mage. She's not too shabby. Go ahead and leave game real quick. All right, now go take a look at a couple of my heroes. Let's go ahead and look at the one that's after my namesake. Yeah, this guy. This guy is a necromancer. Still not sure how to play him. They look fun. He seems okay, but definitely not one of my favorites. After the necromancer, we've got, of course, the ever popular crusader. Mm-hmm. Which is basically, a knight, a paladin, a tank, armor from head to toe, big shield, big smashy thing. Yeah. And then, of course, the ever popular. Yes, I thought this was funny because this next character always used to die a lot. The one I had before this one. So I decided to call this monk. Yes, yes, you see it, Krillin. Yes, for those Dragon Ball Z fans out there, you'll see the humor. Oh, and this little teddy bear guy he's got with him is another one of the pets that I have. You saw a couple of other ones on the Necromancer and the Crusader. See, this is my other Crusader, big, ugly, nasty, beastie looking kind of, well, yeah, just beastly. Let's see, the next one, of course, this little gal here. Then we have the Witch Doctor, and not too big on the Witch Doctor. He's okay, but he's definitely not my top. Then the ever popular Barbarian. And I'm sure you guys have all heard the term at some point spin to win, whether it's from World of Warcraft or not. Well, that is my Barbarian. He has a whirlwind build, so he just spins and spins and spins. And how he doesn't get dizzy, I have no idea, because I would have puked about 30 seconds into it. I'd have been like, hold on, guys, time out. Gotta go over, take my helmet off, dip it in the water fountain, whatever, swish it around, wash the puke out of it, put it back on. Alright, we're good to go now. Puke is out of the helmet. And then one of my other favorite characters, besides my wizard, is my demon hunter. Yes, I know. He looks pretty awesome. I will admit that. No, I'm just kidding. But I did try to give him kind of that, Assassin's Creed kind of look. Haven't I honestly played the game, but it looks, pretty badass. And at some point, I'm actually going to get the game and try it. I hope, maybe, yeah, yeah, someday. But yeah, he's a badass. He can burn through some mobs. Well, with that being said, oh come on, really? We are going to go ahead and call this recording done and over with, my ghouls and goblins. And I do appreciate y'all stopping by, watching it. Uh, you know, any kind of comments, any likes. Hey, if you want to subscribe, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Get to listen to me rant. Get to listen to me try to play games. Get to listen to me rant, and you'll get to watch me try to play games. I'm telling you, tongue Just don't want to work tonight. But anyway, guys, y'all are awesome. I appreciate it. I'm glad y'all stopped by, and just a couple of shout outs. Y'all go, check out Shankara, check out Jareth, that bald dude, Master Sergeant Porkins. The list goes on. Come on, guys. Share the love with everybody. Thanks for coming out. Good seeing you. Y'all have a great night. And I will see you in the next one. Later.